$250,000 to first place over on the NFC. It is a high-stakes fantasy football draft, my first live one of the year. We've got half of the Gilcast here. Nate Noling joins us as we try to draft for $250,000 out of the 4 spot on the NFC. It's Short King Summer, dude. It just feels like no one in fantasy sports ever learns anything. Does he mistime it, or is Brock Bowers just a grown man? Brock Bowers is just a grown man. Dare I say, Rich, football might be back. In the words of Lane Johnson, this offense looks constipated. It's Short King Summer. Nate, we're here. We're on the clock at pick 4. What better way to start? Saquon Barkley or Justin Jefferson? Let's just philosophically align ourselves right now. What are we doing? Barkley or Jefferson? Where are we at?
I think I'm Barkley.
Yeah. All right. Hey, I was doing a lot of overruling last year. You know what? Let's try and start this year off. For those of you guys who are unfamiliar, maybe you're new to the channel. Maybe you don't know who Nate is. Maybe you've never seen the Gilcast before. We did 4 teams last year. I think we did 3 in the online championship, and we did 1 primetime. None of them were very good, but to be fair, one of them actually did win did win the playoff. Or one of them qualified for the larger the sprint, as it will.
Yeah, we won our league.
We won our league. So shout out to us for winning our league. Shout out to us for running it back, guys. The platform that we are drafting on, very simple. It is the NFC. It's the same as the high stakes leagues you're used to. You guys are probably a little bit more used to the FFPC. You start a quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, a flex, a kicker, a defense. You have 10 reserve spots. It is a 20-round draft, and we're back. And we took, dude, we took Barkley over Jefferson. Why don't you explain yourself?
Well, I mean, it's not like I'm bummed because Sammy isn't here, and this would have been his thing. Honestly, like, I don't love the 4 spot because of that. Like, I would have rather had someone else make the decision for me, but I do lean towards Saquon this year over Jefferson. I do think Minnesota, I'm not as confident in with JJ. I have some skepticism. So, I mean, to me, it's Chase, and then it's a decent tier gap before you get to the Jefferson CD tier. Because I would put CD, Neighbors, and Jefferson all in the same tier, and I could go with either one of those guys. Which I think is like a reach here at 7. Like, I would have put, I would have gone Neighbors there for sure. But
frankly, I sort of think after Chase, I think there are 14 rounders, 14 first rounders: Chase, Bijan, Gibbs, Barkley, Jefferson, Lamb, Puka, Neighbors, Brian Thomas Jr., Christian McCaffrey, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Ashton Genty, and Nico Collins. I think any of those players are totally fine. Yes, to be noted, this is seasonal. We have to manage this. We have to pick up defenses. We have to pick up kickers. We got to do waivers every week. We will be arguing about, how much do we want to spend on Noah Gray and all that stuff. It's full PPR. All that stuff. Tom C is in the 6 spot. Yeah, we have a little bit of friends and family here. My boy Michael is in this. My boy Chris is in this. Feels like we got a decent number of people to sign up over on the NFFC. Nate, how many best ball drafts are you in right now? How many have you done?
Less than last year at this time for sure. I'm gonna have to fill out way more after, like, once training camp kicks in. So I'm pretty behind this year.
All right, let me send you the link to the draft board. By the way, this draft board doesn't have any of the names on them. The boys over the NFFC like to do that. They like to protect people's draft boards. Pretty straightforward first round here. Chase, then Bijan, then Gibbs. We took Barkley. Jefferson goes. Lamb goes. Puka goes. Neighbors goes. BTJ over McCaffrey and St. Brown. I haven't seen a ton. Team 12 does St. Brown and London. Team 11 gets Ashton Genty and Devin Achane, which is a Slappy's version of doing a running back start. Nate, I was hoping we would get Bowers. I was hoping we would be able to take Bowers at the 21st pick overall, but we didn't. That's a bit of a bummer.
Yeah, Bowers would have been great.
Tough scene. So this is our cue here. Ladd, I think, is definitely who we want. If we get sniped on Ladd, what are you thinking? It's tough. This is a bad spot. This is why I should have gone Jefferson.
I would have gone CD over Jefferson.
I would have been fine. I would have been fine with CD, but this is why it's taking a wide receiver early is better because the running backs here.
You are on deck.
We're fading one pick to get Ladd. If we don't get Ladd, I mean, maybe we just take McBride and just say screw it and get our elite pass catcher, just have him be eligible at tight end. It's tough. Come on, man. Just you want Josh Jacobs. Come on, this guy.
I'm fine with McBride.
You are up.
Ladd went. You want McBride. Yeah, I think it's pretty clearly Trey McBride here. The drop off at wide receiver after Ladd to JSN, Garrett Wilson, T Higgins. I mean Tyreek maybe. Where are you at? Where are you at on Tyreek?
If Tyreek comes back to us, I'm fine with him.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you're a little bit worried about age and the wrist, and he still has the wrist on. Oh, by the way, this is third round reversal. Well, it's third round reversal. I guess I forgot to mention that. So we do not pick at 28th overall. We pick at 33rd overall. I forget that every year. It is a killer clock notification. Yeah, I just muted the sound. It's brutal. It does literally sound like the voice from what's that movie, like Prometheus, like the computer. There we go. Barkley, McBride. No wide receivers, man. Sammy is loving this. Sammy is just like, he's Interstellar yelling from the outside, and he's saying, man, I really wish that I could have drafted this team, because I'm sure when we draft, you know what? I just have a feeling Sammy's such a boomer. He is not going to want to take any Travis Hunter. He's going to be like, dude, I'm not taking a defensive back. There's no chance.
Yeah, that's 100% give me a Sammy take. I don't like where we're at all. This is a tough start. And it's good. It's good that we got one under our belt. I'll tell you, one of the things that is just very interesting in my experience over the last couple of years is making that switch from best ball drafts to managed drafts. You just get your like first 2 or 3 managed drafts. You're just like, I have no idea what's going on. Like it's unbelievably tilting. Here, we should have gone CD. This is ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, that's a lesson to be learned. That's a lesson to be learned last time. This is not tight end premium. That is the other high stakes platform. Which I don't know, maybe we'll do an FFPC, maybe we won't. But I would say probably most of the high stakes drafts we do are going to be on this site, because they're my partners over here, and they promote me and they let me promote them. So we're gonna be doing a bunch of that. And you guys don't really want to see this board anyways, because what it is you're going to see a bunch of teams that are better than ours. Probably is sadly what's going to happen. Man, I guess. I mean, there'll be a wide receiver we like, because there's a bunch of non-wide receivers we don't care about going. Lamar just went, Allen just went, Jacobs just went, Breece Hall just went, which we were not really in the position to take any of these, honestly. So we're probably going to not love our first wide receiver, though.
Yeah, it's gonna. I mean, maybe just Tyreek went. Okay.
No, Tyreek went. Honestly, we just really needed Team 5 to give us the gift of Ladd McConkey, and we probably, honestly, I don't even know if we're going to be able to afford to take Kyler on this team, because we might have to take a Mecca Igbuka there or Matthew Golden there or something like that. We are up in 2 picks.
Go over to wide receiver. I can't even see our queue.
There you go. Our Q. We got JSN, T. Higgins, Marvin Harrison, Terry McLaurin, Rashee Rice, Devontae Adams, Mike Evans, DJ Moore. Honestly, I think Evans or Adams, honestly, is my vote here. Just to get like a locked in. I mean, probably not going to be a league winner, but just like locked in, 14.5 points per game. What are you thinking? Or T is fine too. It's just we will definitely not be taking Joe Burrow.
Are you out on JSN?
JSN's fine. I slightly prefer Adams.
I'd prefer JSN. I think I'd prefer JSN here.
All right. We can take Jackson Smith-Njigba, but there you go. So there's our wide receiver. Our wide receiver one, a guy who had the fakest 14.5 points per game that anyone has ever had. I think it's like last year JSN was the wide receiver 21 in total points, or a wide receiver 21 in points per game, but the wide receiver like 11 in total points because he just didn't miss any time. Tough scenes. Here, Nate, you can log into this at the same time. I just have to give you permissions. I got to add you as the co-manager. Remember we did this last year.
Oh, yeah, it's a pain.
Yeah. It's just a little bit of a pain. I have to email you and you have to do it. Yes, he did. Now, to be fair, he did have a nice little one-handed training camp. One of the first highlights of the summer. Now, that's what I was hoping didn't happen. Xavier Worthy just went at pick 36. I was hoping that we would be able to get Worthy at pick 40. That sucks. I don't know. Maybe you're not.
No, I would have been fine with Worthy. I mean, I also think Tet is probably going to get to us then.
Yes.
It was either Worthy or Tet with this next one, I think.
Yeah. I just got shot. And Adams goes. Oh man, that sucks. I thought there was a chance we would get Adams too. You never know because some guys just don't draft old guys. That is very early for Joe Burrow. Here
that is a weird team.
It's a weird team. I mean, Joe Burrow gets a little bit of a boost because it's extra passing yardage points and extra passing touchdown points on NFC. But I mean, I think honestly, did we just
Tet?
You like Tet more than Mike Evans?
Yeah, I don't like old guys, dude. I'm not on Evans or Adams.
All right, let's go. You know what? Let's go, Nate.
Let's do Tet.
Tet McMillan. My boy didn't even mention Terry McLaurin because he knows better. Absolutely, yes. Apparently, if he doesn't like to be called Tet, he likes to be called Tet Arroyo. I don't know, man. I don't know if I can do that. It's a mouthful.
He'll be going by Tet. I mean, there's just no way.
He'll be going by Tet. Yeah, please sell Tet to the people, Nate.
Well, I mean, in general, I think age is always going to be a factor for me when we're looking in this round in wide receivers. I think that both Adams and who did you want there?
Adams is who I wanted.
Adams and Evans, I think are in my mind like those are easy misses here. Like those, not that they can't make it, but I think more often than not, if those guys miss, you're going to feel like that was so obvious. We could have seen that coming all year. Where Tet, I think, is very clearly, especially with the points that we're going to have, like from Barkley and McBride early on in the season. I'm okay.
Think about how many projectable points we just got at running back. I mean, we just need to slap it up a little bit. At wide receiver, we just need to Golden, Igbuka, Trey Harris, Jaden Higgins, maybe a round 16 Jalen Noel. That's a huge difference if you guys are if you haven't opened up any of your apps yet, you haven't checked Sleeper, you haven't checked ESPN, you haven't checked CBS. I'll tell you a huge difference between drafting there and drafting on the best ball sites. Nobody wants rookie wide receivers. You can get any of your, you want Kyle Williams, you can get Kyle Williams with your 20th round pick in these leagues.
And I think rookie wide receiver makes sense when you have the solidity that we do with running back and tight end already taken care of. Like, it'd be different if you're taking a rookie wide receiver when you already have a bunch of shakier guys up top. But I feel really solid about Tet there.
I mean, I'm not like windmilling Tet there because he's, Bryce Young's wide receiver 1. Even Bryce
that's
Young's,
the thing. You don't know that we're going to draft Bryce Young.
I don't think we're going to draft Bryce Young on this team. What's the point? Why draft the quarterback 23 in a managed league? You love to do this. You did this last year. We draft 2 quarterbacks on every team, and then they would be the first ones we'd cut.
No, we're going to draft Bryce on this team.
I honestly don't think we're going to. If I had to guess the quarterback that we draft on this team, I would guess it's going to be Brock Purdy. If you made me guess right now in round 4, I'm going to guess it's Purdy.
You're going to want to reach early on Kyler. We're not going to get Kyler where we want.
No, we can't. I just really don't think we can afford Kyler on this. And Kyler is a little bit, it's not like it really matters, but Kyler is a little bit worse in the scoring on the NFC because instead of a point for every 25 passing yards, it's a point for every 20 passing yards. And instead of 4 points per passing touchdowns, it's 6 points per passing touchdown. So Kyler just like marginal. I mean, obviously you still like running quarterbacks, but he's marginally worse. Oh, God, Kamara. I really like Kamara.
Where are you at on the Bears wide receivers? Are you out on DJ Moore?
No, drafting them all. Moore, Rome, Burden, Loveland, drafting them all. I'm a huge Caleb Williams, Ben Johnson believer guy. I mean, famous last words. But
no, I am too. But I think I'm higher on Burden than the field. I think of the 3, I want more Burden than anything.
I absolutely agree with that. I mean, he's the cheapest.
Fact that they went out and got him when they already had DJ Moore and Rome means like Ben Johnson he's gonna make use of him. Like he's the guy.
I mean, I think it just means they absolutely want to throw the air out of the ball. It's just what it has to mean. If you spend the 10th pick on a tight end and the 34th pick on wide receiver, you can't really be telling. Now, we are running into a little bit of an issue here, which is this room is a bunch of slappies. This is not normally how it goes in these higher stakes leagues. Normally, in higher stakes leagues, this not going to make a ton of sense if this is your first one watching. Normally, the drafters are much worse. Like they're going to be like worse than your home league buddies. Sadly, that is not the situation that we're running into. Pretty much everyone in here is doing a good job right now, which you don't love to see, really.
Are we gonna have Hunter?
I would say
wide receiver. What do we have available
right now? It's Devonta Smith, Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, Chris Godwin, Rome, Olave, Addison, Jennings, Myers, Hunter. I mean, the world is our oyster right now.
I'm actually okay with where I'm. Hunter or Devonta would make me happy.
I mean, we really might be able to get both. Yes. Now, you will, if you're in these high stakes leagues, you'll get a ton of stuff like this, where Jared said he had 2 teams in his first draft take running back with each of their first 3 picks. You will also get a lot of that if you're in. All right, there Devonta goes.
We got to take Hunter then.
Yeah, I mean, look, you are not going to get any pushback. I'm a huge Travis Hunter slappy. I think.
Okay, go back to the wide receiver. I don't know what we're going to do now.
Probably Waddle. Olave probably is what we're hoping for here, right? We missed on Reek. Honestly, like with Tet, we might not want to start Tet week 1, or after seeing what happens in week 1, we might not want to start him week 2. There's not really, I mean, James Cook is actually quite late here.
Yeah.
I would actually probably take James Cook. I don't want to, but I mean, it puts us in a very difficult spot at wide receiver, but I would do it if Team 5 does not do it. I mean, that's a
yeah, I'm fine with Cook. What's the Jeudy injury stuff? I haven't.
He's fine.
Okay.
All right, we're up. Cook is there. Why the thing with wide receivers, this is just like a really flat group. Godwin is like legitimately injured.
I would take Judy as my favorite wide receiver available right now, but I think Cook over Judy is probably sharp.
Yeah, I'm overruling you on Judy. You would be a huge Judy slap. That was the different world, man. Jameis Winston is not walking through that door.
Okay, go back to our queue.
All right, Q is I've got Judy, Godwin, Rome, Olave, Addison, Jennings, Myers, Pearsall, all there.
Okay, I'd rank Judy, Jennings. Well, Judy, Addison, Jennings probably.
God, imagine just needing Addison. Addison actually kind of fits this anyways, because what we actually are needing is we're kind of needing a quarterback or a wide receiver to hit their ceiling in the latter half of just ceiling in general. We need a guy who is mispriced for some sort of nebulous reason, right? That's really get Myers out of the queue, stand for something. Valid. Now, if you told me Flacco was going to start all 17 games for the Browns, I would be more than willing. I would love to take Jerry Jeudy, but I think Flacco will probably start like 6 games, but most of the games are going to be quarterbacked by Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel, and Shadur Sanders. That's my
Judy's single game upside though is, I don't know, like that's
most routes of any player in the National Football League last year. Jerry, I'm not saying Judy is a bad pick. That's definitely not what I'm saying. I just don't. Weirdly, I don't think Judy is what we need right now. Like I think a floor guy, I don't think helps us that much. I like Jennings more than Judy. I like Jauan Jennings more than Judy, and Judy win anyways. We're up.
Okay, so it's Addison to me or Jennings.
I think I like Jennings more. I mean, I think both are fine.
If you want Purdy, then let's go Jennings.
I do want Purdy. And I'm just I've backed myself into this corner, Nate. I think I'm both a Purdy truther and a Jauan Jennings truther.
I'm with you on the Jennings thing. I just think like Purdy versus Bryce Young, like, and multiple rounds difference doesn't really make a whole ton of sense to me. Like,
well, Bryce Young needs to beat the 4 good games in his career allegations. Like, dude, you're just not going to want to start Bryce Young until like week 3. You're going to need to have seen multiple weeks, because Bryce Young, even in his breakout, was only averaging 204 passing yards per game. It was doing it with his legs.
Who was his receivers last year? Can you remember?
It's the same guys they are now. They added in one guy who played in the Pac-12.
No, another year of Canales. I'm full on. I think he's like the value in the late round. If you don't go like Jaden or Lamar, then I think you just
I like Cam Ward better.
I like Cam Ward too.
Him.
I like Cam Ward too, but I think Bryce Young is like no one wants, and it's just like that's the easy value.
But the 49ers have the easiest schedule in the NFL by like simple rating system. Not to say that that's actually how it's going to play out. And Jennings, Pearsall has this bum hammy. Ayuk, they had what did Lynch say today? He said something crazy about Ayuk. He said, we're not anywhere close to having a concrete timeline for return on Brandon Ayuk. So like, there's just no way that Jennings is not at least getting like, I don't know, 6.2 targets per game.
I'm good with Jennings. I think Jennings Purdy's fine, but I also think Tet and Bryce is like a good bet to make.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, all right, so this is where we're at. We have Barkley, we have McBride, we have Jason, we have Tet, we have Cook. Do we feel like we have recovered a little bit? I mean, we did get a really nice ADP value on Cook, which might, I mean, that's the easiest way to improve a team that you don't feel that good about is to get an ADP faller. We're doing okay. We're doing okay.
All right. In what world could you possibly have fathomed that we would take Jauan Jennings before Deebo Samuel last year? Like, if I would have told you in July of last year, like a year from now, we're gonna be drafting Jauan Jennings over Deebo and feel good about it.
I mean, it's really unbelievable, man. It truly
the Jennings thing from last year, he became so like his talent was just it was undeniable. It wasn't one game, it was just multiple, and it was like every metric. He's just good. It wasn't a fluke. And yeah, it's just crazy.
Didn't you hear that if you take away his one 55-point game, he was only the wide receiver 44 last year, dude? Didn't you hear?
Yeah. It's not like we play for 1 week games all the time.
I mean, basically, like, I think that Jauan, you know what kind of archetype he's on? He's kind of on the Tyler Lockett archetype, where he didn't break out until later. His peak was not that high. Like, peak Tyler Lockett, existed from age 27 to age 30, and then the decline was pretty precipitous after that. Then I guess Lockett was better early.
Yeah, the thing about Jauan is that, like, it was like he was yards per route. I mean, every metric you looked at, he was consistently, like, he was solid in every aspect of the game. It wasn't just a couple big, where Lockett always felt, even though Lockett was good and he did it so consistently, it always felt like it was a Russ Wilson prayer that he would just get. He would go, 3.5 quarters, nothing, and then finally one play, 80-yard bomb. That was a prayer from Russ, and then he'd obviously crush. But
wow, round 7, pick 4, Jordan Mason. That Jordan Mason off the board with Aaron Jones, Caleb Johnson, Tony Pollard, Pacheco. Still, running backs do go. I actually think, by the way, I think that Cook pick might have saved us a little bit because we're not going to feel the need to reach on any of these damn downs goes.
Okay, let's go back to the wide receiver queue. I want to see what we got available.
All right. Wide receiver queue, Godwin with his injury still there. Pearsall is still there. Pittman, I don't hate. Golden, Burden. How buried is Emeka Egbuka? Did he go already? Did Egbuka? Am I missing something? He must. Okay, he went already. I think we take Pearsall or maybe Golden here. I think maybe Golden just went, actually. He did just go.
I was gonna say, if Golden's gone, I'd do Godwin still. What's the full injury read?
I mean, basically, like, nothing changed. They just said he's just not going to participate in training camp at the very start of it. That was all they said, though. It was nothing like it was just like all disastrous. Like people are treating it like it's a disaster, but that is not the way I read it.
Okay, I'm Godwin then over. Yeah, with Golden gone, I'm Godwin.
Godwin or Pearsall?
Godwin.
Well, we might be able to get Pierce, and we do just need guys like Godwin on this team because we need to find some ceiling here. Like we are still behind at wide receiver right now with JSN, Tet, Jennings. Now we're way ahead at running back. I mean, we might have the best, week 1. Well, I don't know. One
Not
of these
the
teams.
best. I mean,
Bijan Kyron will project slightly better. Gibbs Taylor will project a little bit better.
But the team 2 is dead. Team 2 is dead. Team 2 doesn't have a chance in this league.
Team 2, Bijan, Kyron, T, Burrow, Laporta, Mixon, Pacheco. That's tough. I'm not gonna lie, man. That is tough to come back from.
Their wide receiver 2 is going to be Luther Burden. I mean, who's there going like?
Dude, ETN at the 7-8 turn, 84th pick. Wow. ETN, that's crazy to me, brother. It's a whole new world out here. It's tough. What can you do?
All right, go back to our. Let's see, who are we hoping for?
Gosh, I guess. Man, I think I was gonna say Burden actually. Burden.
We could get Burden later.
We could take Aaron Jones. We kind of need Jaden Higgins on this team. Where is he? Jaden Higgins is he buried? He's gone. He went. He done gone. Where'd he go? Jaden Higgins. Wait, is he? I can't. Oh, I'm looking at running back. No, he's there. All right, we're up. These are the wide receivers.
Go back.
I was gonna say we could maybe just get Aaron Jones and then like really wait. I don't hate it. It's our flex starter week. Well, Jones. So Jones can start for us at flex for the first month while we figure out who our wide receivers are.
What about Skattebo?
I think this is way too early for Skattebo. If he goes, he goes. But I think we got to go Aaron Jones here. I think Aaron Jones is a way better pick than the wide receivers.
No, Shakir's
gone.
Okay.
We got to do it.
No, I hate Jones.
I panicked. It's too late. Jones. Skattebo over Aaron Jones is objectively crazy.
No, there's no legitimate upside in Jones. Jones legitimately is like there's no single game upside in Jones. Jones is gonna have
Jones is gonna
exist to make the pick who took Mason early. Those two are just throwaway picks. I hate them both. I think Skattebo would have had upside there. I think we could have gone Brian Robinson.
I mean, I'm not saying Skattebo has no upside. I think he's fine. But Aaron Jones is going to project for more points than Skattebo every week for the first 8 weeks of the season.
Yeah, what is 10 points over 8? I mean, it like he's gonna average double. He's gonna project for close to double digits, and I can't
believe you are making me be the voice of reason about an old running back. Truly.
Well, yeah. I mean, he wasn't good last year in space. He wasn't good last year when he had the opportunity, and then Minnesota added. Basically, last year was his shot, and he didn't do it. Minnesota went and added a piece. It's the same thing with the DJ Moore thing for me of like the Bears the Bears have communicated that they don't trust DJ Moore to be who we thought DJ Moore was. Last year was that opportunity. He didn't. And I would say Aaron Jones, it's the same thing. Aaron Jones' last opportunity was last year and he didn't do it. And the metrics just aren't good. But I think Mason is also like good enough. But it's just that Jones is still going to be there. But Jones hurts Mason more than Jones is a play in and of himself.
I mean, I disagree with that. Like, I think that Jordan Mason is a clear limiter on the ceiling, but I don't think that he's an eliminator of the floor, particularly when we're going to need him, right? Like, Aaron Jones, I mean, we're probably fine to, like, I don't know, dude, we could just cut him in week 7 or whatever once we figured out wide receiver. But if we're just thinking about how to add points to this roster, how we get this team to the sprint, Aaron Jones does. I mean, I'm not even saying that Skattebo won't be a better pick than Aaron Jones in the playoff weeks, but for the structure of this team, Aaron Jones helps quite a bit.
I guess I'm just much higher on Skattebo's individual.
Yeah, that actually makes no sense to me. Why are you so high on this slow 4th round pick from Arizona State University? What? Give me the logic.
Well, I think he has single game upside, and I think in the New York backfield by the end of the season, like who am I going to want? And it's going to be the games where Skattebo has an opportunity to actually take that. Where Jones, I think, is going to be limited by Mason all year, and I'm also like not as high on the Vikings offense as I was last year. I mean, Jones last year was like. I don't think people are understanding how much Mason's going to.
I mean, Jones was an absolute tilt fest for us last year because we played him every week in DFS because he projected so well, and then he never scored any points. But let me tell you, dude, on teams like this, Luther Burden goes, that is freaking annoying. On teams like this, Aaron Jones, which doesn't, I know this feels in the reverse. But actually, when you are probably only going to take 5 total running backs and you already know your 2 starters, it is nice to just have your week 1, your week 2, your week 3, your week 4 flex starter just locked in that you just don't even have to worry about.
Yeah, I would say the opposite. Because we have it locked in and because I feel so good about it, all I want on the bench are players that I think have upside to actually make a difference.
Well, we're still going to be able to do that. This frees us up to do that more. Taking Aaron Jones frees us up to take all rookies, all ceiling. Like we don't have to take another old player. We don't have to take anyone over the age of 22 for the rest of the draft. Don't you like feeling free, Nate? I like to feel free.
I do. I'm nervous about our upside, some of these guys. So
yeah.
Because even Cook, I think, I don't know. JK has been flying up boards.
J.K. Dobbins would have been another guy who was, yes, accurate. Nate, obviously you make the thumbnail before the draft, and I didn't even have to do any projection. I knew we were both going to be insanely tilted on this one, so the thumbnail literally just says in big bold letters tilt because I knew
it's our first
it was going to be a tilting experience.
I honestly these managed ones just go so differently than all the other best ball stuff. So,
well, yes, because there is less of a rhyme and a reason, you know. That's just how it goes. Okay. All right. We're up. There's basically no one in our queue. There are multiple wide receivers. Trey Harris would be my top. Shaheed, I like. Purdy is not even close to the top of the queue. What are you thinking here?
Go back to RC. I'm good with Trey. Yeah. Go back to all real quick. I just want to make sure. Yeah, I think it's Trey.
I think it's Trey. Yeah. I mean, Trey Harris is a very good pick in basically any format, but doubly so. Now, this is the type of stuff again that you start to see in these high stakes leagues. We got Isaac Urendo ahead of Brian Robinson Jr., Isaac Urendo ahead of J.K. Dobbins. Like in a high stakes league, man, it only takes one. Basically, that is the way it goes. Is it only takes one. And it only took us to take Aaron Jones. After getting Trey Harris right there, who honestly I maybe would have taken the last pick. Does that help you feel better about Aaron Jones?
No, I mean I don't like Aaron Jones. I do think the Trey Harris thing maybe saves it, but when running backs fall in their metrics, like their actual metrics, like not just overall results, because yes, he did get there from volume standpoint, but when running backs start to show that they aren't able to do it and they're aging, you don't take a flyer on that next year after the team has already added someone else who's going to be a threat to the volume. Like, I mean, the running backs curve is so damaging when that efficiency starts to go. And I think if the only thing holding on to him last year was the volume, and now the volume is a question, it just doesn't make any sense to buy into that. Where someone like a Chris Godwin, like wide receivers that are old, I have so much more like willingness to buy back into after a year where their efficiency isn't quite there, where I could totally see a bounce back year from Godwin, and I just could not. I can't from Jones.
Well, Godwin was the wide receiver 1 last year in points per game. He just got injured.
Injury,
yeah. Is Skattebo still available? Skattebo would have been a disaster there, Nate. Skattebo is still there if we really want him. Shaheed is also there. We are up. I mean, I think Shaheed on this team is Shaheed or Jaden Higgins, actually. I would say, he went.
Higgins. Okay.
Shaheed, Jalen McMillan, Cedric Tillman, if you really want to do the Browns thing. I'm going
to go Shaheed. I would do Shaheed. I'm still Skattebo, but I'll go Shaheed.
It just feels like Shaheed is more. We could also take Kyler if we wanted to do the stack. I would say it's Kyler, Shaheed, or Skattebo if you're feeling, or Tajay Spears. Choose a name.
Skattebo, Spears, Kyler, Shaheed. That'd be my ranking.
All right, there you go, Nate. That'll probably be the only.
Great. We can drop Aaron Jones, and now that's fine. We threw away a pick, but now we're back on track.
I gotta be honest. I don't think we did. I think the Aaron Jones pick. This is just, I'm putting a pin in this. We are gonna be coming back to this one. This will be, what was the one that Sammy was super tilted at us. The one he kept coming back to was we took Debo over Kyron in our first one, and just every week when Debo got like 4 points and Kyron was getting 27 again, he would just come back to us. No, it is 3 wide receiver, 2 running back, 1 flex, which is why Aaron Jones was clutch on this one. Tootin would have been an option there. Tootin actually probably. I think Tootin
I like
is
Spears
better.
too. Spears, Tootin.
Realistically, I guess Dylan Sampson, that's another one that is quite good. Instead of Aaron Jones, I don't really think. We almost took Trey Harris and Shaheed in freaking round 8. So honestly, it's really about the same. This team is fine. It's not our best. You know what? Really, this team is all based on how many points can Barkley score. But it does. Really, what this illustrates is you should probably just take a wide receiver in round 1, because if you don't, you feel behind the position the entire time. You don't take a wide receiver in round 1. You don't take a wide receiver in round 1. You get sniped on Lad, and then you take Trey McBride, and you're really behind at wide receiver. Like if you don't get Tyreek or T Higgins or whatever. Tough scenes, but whatever. So Barkley, McBride, JSN, Tet McMillan, James Cook, Jauan Jennings. We got the makings of something. We get, and again, if Chris Godwin, how isn't everyone gonna feel differently if Chris Godwin is practicing next week?
Yes, Chris Godwin. I would say there's a couple guys here who have a chance to fly up the draft board. Chris Godwin and Jauan Jennings both, I think, could end up much higher.
100%.
Tet is going to close higher too. I do think are getting significant ADP value. Like Cook is great where we got him.
Cook is huge.
I think Tet is a value. I think that Jauan and Chris Godwin, based on news, are going to steam towards season open. So I don't know.
Tet and Godwin are really the 2 guys who are super important here. Those are now team 2. You guys think our wide receivers suck. Team 2's wide receiver 2 is Khalil Shakir. Team 2's wide receiver 3 is Keon Coleman. We are in a better spot than that. I mean, for say whatever you want. Wow,
Yeah,
Zach Moss, my boy fantasy football dog pound. Zach Moss NFI list. So non-football injury list for Zach Moss. I mean, it's basically over for him at this point. So Taj Brooks just got like marginally better. Love to see that. Just another late round wide receiver to pick, or another late round running back to pick that you feel pretty good about making the roster. Love to see. Oh, there you go. There goes Shaheed. I thought Shaheed would potentially get back. Quarterback. I mean, honestly, just again in these leagues, it kind of doesn't matter to some degree. Like, it's obviously very helpful to get a quarterback, but look, we are in round. What are we in? We're in round 11, and Kyler, Purdy, Caleb Williams, Justin Herbert, Justin Fields. Also, aren't you got to be a huge Fields guy? Aren't you? Oh, Drake May goes. That would
I mean,
possible.
I'm a big Fields guy. I prefer him in best. Like, I prefer him in a non-managed.
You prefer Fields in best ball? See, I think Fields is better in this because if he gets benched for whoever, we could just cut him. You know, like a 0 in best ball is really important. A 0 in manage doesn't matter at all.
I just think Fields is going to have games where he does it and you just had no idea it was coming. It's going to be. I think he's going to be hard to manage and manage, but can you go back to the?
Yes. I've got Kyler, Purdy, and Fields in the queue. Ramondre, I think, is fine. Algier is always good. Jerome Ford, I think, is sort of interesting on this team. Kyle Williams, Jalen Knoll. It's kind of running out of wide receivers here. All right, we are on deck. Any of these names in the wide receiver group look interesting to you?
Potentially Jalen.
Well, I was thinking Godwin banged up, maybe McMillan. Now, maybe we should we just take Purdy and just get it done with if we don't really care?
No, Kyler.
You like Kyler and 6 point per passing touchdown more? I mean, I don't really care.
Yeah. I'd go Kyler over.
All right. Well, if there's two quarterbacks we like, let's take the wide receiver. Let's take Kirk or McMillan. Or Wandale, or I actually don't hate QJ. QJ post Mike Williams retirement. I don't know. You tell me. You choose. Kirk?
Yeah.
There you go. That's boomering it up, folks, right there. That is basically the Aaron Jones pick at wide receiver. Christian Kirk, again. Like, if Godwin...
Aaron Jones is Zach Moss. This could have easily... Aaron Jones.
You're so full of it, Nate. Nate, that is too far. I was with you. First off, we got Cam Skattebo.
Yeah, I know.
Two rounds later.
It's a throwaway.
You got it. You can't you can't lose with the slot demon. Yeah, Nate, even for you, this Aaron Jones take is not great.
Did people not watch it? I mean, maybe most people just don't remember last year. I mean, the dude had the volume, but like, what did people see in his efficiency that they...
Bro.
Okay, people don't remember Zach Moss. People don't remember Zach Moss.
Zach Moss sucked. No, he didn't. Aaron Jones played 17 games. He had 306 touches. He had 1,500 scrimmage yards and 7 touchdowns. If he does that at the price, or if he does that for 8 games, we're fine. Yeah, team 2 has drafted Joe Burrow, Bo Nix, and Justin Fields. So one of these dudes is gonna get sold or dropped rather. That's tough. That's an awful tough way to come back from. All right, we are on deck. We're really just hoping that the 3-hole, 3-hole already has Mahomes, so we should be able to get Purdy here. Good with that?
Yeah.
All right, there you go. I mean, Purdy in 6-point per passing touchdown league with Jauan Jennings, that just feels, yes. This is a $350 buy-in league, $250,000 in first place in the playoff. Now, this is true. People do love holding on to all three of those quarterbacks because after their team starts 0-4, they stop checking and they don't do the waivers anymore. Tough scene. All right, this is where we're at after 12 rounds. Our running backs are Barkley, James Cook, Aaron Jones, and for some reason, Cam Skattebo. Our wide receivers are JSN, Tet McMillan, Jauan Jennings, Chris Godwin, Trey Harrison, Christian Kirk, tight end Trey McBride, quarterback Purdy. We are gonna have to figure out wide receivers. We're gonna have to figure out. We just got to hit on a rookie wide receiver. In terms of advancement for this league, so what happens is the person who wins your individual league in the regular season advances, and then the person who wins the playoffs also advances. Sometimes that team can obviously be the same team. So there's like honestly, I don't know. I'd have to go pull up the page, but basically win your league. Basically you win your league and you make it to the sprint. The sprint is it's a super, super top heavy payout in this format. Obviously for a $350 league to have a chance of it $250,000, it's got to be super top heavy. So it really win your league or don't play, basically. Yeah, it's 2 or 3 teams from each league goes to the championship rounds, depending on how basically depending on how the individual league playoffs go. A lot of 2 quarterback teams. I don't think we really are going to want to take a second quarter. Yeah, it typically comes down to total points in the top 2. Total points super important, and then I believe this is the sprint portion gets added. I need to go reread the rules, but yes, you set your week, you set your lineups every week during the sprint. And no, this is not Tet and Premium. This is just regular. I don't know, Nate. How are you feeling about the team?
I'm feeling a little bit better. I mean, the Aaron Jones thing.
Recover?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. The Aaron Jones thing obviously threw me off, and I can't handle chat. Like, I'm like, did I have a brain freeze? And I'm like looking through the metrics, and I'm like, nope, he was as bad as I thought he was. Yeah, but I do think
but at this price, it doesn't matter at all.
No, it's fine. Yes, I just more now can't handle the fact that people are like defending Aaron Jones, acting like he was somewhat efficient last year when he was like per workload, he was like one of the worst running backs in the league. His fantasy points over expected was minus 10.3. I mean, maybe Najee Harris might have been slightly worse when you consider the workload, but yeah, not great. For his workload. I mean,
there you go. Aaron Jones is the running back 22 in Mike Clay's projections. That sounds about right to me. That sounds about right. But yes, the Zach Moss comp is not good. Zach Moss is like a bruiser. Aaron Jones is like, well, at least was like a pace and space back.
But Zach Moss, let's see. Zach Moss has had Zach Moss has never had a fantasy points over expected as low as Aaron Jones has in the last 2 years. You're right. Sorry, I shouldn't have.
Now, part of that, Nate, you gotta admit that the fantasy points over expectation stuff basically gets really easily skewed by being bad at the goal line because you are expected to get a lot of points there and not converting on those opportunities. He also did fumble one of those.
But it's 2 years in a row, and it was multiple different teams.
I'm not saying Aaron Jones is particularly good, but I will say that Zach Moss hasn't had one volume season as good as Jones's worst volume season. It's very different. Well, look at that. Around 13 defense. You love to see it. God, I do. These leagues are so fun, man. Nate and I are here arguing about Aaron Jones efficiency metrics. One dude's out here taking 3 quarterbacks. Another dude's out here taking a defense in round 13. I think AI is correct. I think AI thinking the team with Quentin Johnson as their wide receiver 4 and Keon Coleman as their wide receiver 3 with 3 quarterbacks. I think.
Yeah, that's
cooked. Michael, you just took it. Why did you take a defense in round 13? You take it. What? You're killing me, dude. You were cooking.
He was. Ibuka, he had Ibuka and
you were cooking, dude. What are you doing?
He took Tyreek before us too.
I know. Yes, no trading in high stakes managed leagues. You can't trade in between teams. There is waivers, so we do have the ability to do blind bidding. All right, we are up.
Okay, open up. Let's see.
We are up in 2 picks. We've got our quarterback. There's still good handcuff running backs available. I like Besh for this team. I do like Wicks for this team.
Go back to the running backs.
I think Ford is probably the best one available. Maybe or Algier. And the issue with Algier is you just can't ever cut him. You just absolutely have to just sit and hold him all year, which is a bit annoying.
I wish I had the draft.
Besh went.
Okay.
Wide receiver is pretty gross.
Yeah, I don't want a wide receiver here. I would do Garendo
went in round 8.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah,
I hate not having. Okay,
I will get you added for the next one.
I would do Ford over Algier. I think
Ford again kind of makes sense for this team, particularly if you think that Aaron Jones is the worst running back in the NFL. Then maybe we will have to start Ford in week 1. No, the Broncos defense, like whatever, it's fine. We just took Jerome Ford. These are all like Kyle Pitts just went. So it's fine. Plus, huge. This is a little bit of a mental health tip for you if you've never played in a high stakes league before, or you're planning on playing multiple high stakes leagues. You take a good defense, you take a good kicker. That saves you many hours over the course of a season doing waivers. Many. I've had it. I've done it. When I do these ones with Pete, I always say I want to take a good kicker. That way we just don't have to mess with it. Is your 6th bench player more important than a starting defense? I would say, generally speaking, the 6th bench player is more important than a starting defense, particularly when your roster combination is this. When we are just going to be absolutely seeking for answers at wide receiver, yeah, it's going to be pretty important. Now, on Michael's team, where he has got his running backs absolutely locked up, CMC, Kamara, Hubbard, no sweat there. And his 3rd wide receiver is Diggs, and his 4th wide receiver is Ibuka. His 6th bench player is probably not as important. So I would say it's fair. Braylon Allen, again, just like, these guys are kind of all the same. There certainly is a chance that Jerome Ford is just the starting running back in week 1 for the Browns. Yes, NFFC does do a free look in week 1. So any, what's the Chiefs are the opening game, and then it's Eagles, something else. All right, we're up. I think we got to take Jalen Noel.
Yeah. I'm just
Io Manor, Dyami Brown, AD Mitchell, Deontay Johnson actually on this team. Not the worst option. Just like if he gets cut, we cut him. If he's starting week 1, maybe we do it. But I think Noel, I think we got to click here.
Brown makes a lot of sense too, though.
Dyami Brown is like my least favorite player in the pool, so it would be very funny if we took him. But I think it's definitely Noel, but I don't care. You tell me.
Go back to our team again. Yeah, go Noel. I mean, he'll have more upside. I just think Dyami will know or he's nothing. Where Noel we could hold on to, and we might never know.
Spoiler alert. My opinion would be the guy with like 800 career yards and 5 touchdowns over the course of his 4-year career. Yeah, and perfect when Christian Kirk injures his ankle in week 4. No, I've not talked about the pros versus Joe's draft yet. We absolutely smashed it. Unbelievably good pros versus Joe's team. I'll probably win this year.
What did you pick out of?
We picked out of it was the back half. Let me pull it up because it was so good. We picked out of the 10 slot, and we started CMC St. Brown. Oh, 12 hole. There you go. No. Oh man. You know what? That's on me. Miles Sanders is the best pick in these leagues right now, actually, because ADP is not adjusted to him at all yet. Like, we should have taken Miles Sanders instead of Jerome Ford. That I just was not paying attention. That's poor. That's poor by me.
Wait, just because of how far up have you moved him?
On Underdog, I have him as like a 15th round pick, and he is a take a peek player.
Got it. Yeah, because of.
I mean, obviously, I don't think Miles Sanders is any good, but I think there's a 33% chance he's the starting running back for the Cowboys in week 1. I think it could be Javonte. I think it could be Jaden Blue.
I think Jerome, though, is like a legitimate. Jerome has like a very real possibility of just being the starting running back week 1. Like, and he's. Yeah, I think Jerome was a fine pick, though.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, no, he's fine.
I agree
All
with
right.
the Javonte being washed take too. I mean,
Javonte is super washed. All right. This is our team, Nate. We have got actually let's just share this. Purdy at quarterback, Barkley and Cook. Starting wide receivers right now, JSN, Tet, Jennings, Trey McBride at tight end. Godwin is in our flex right now, but let me just switch that with Aaron Jones to make it look a little bit nicer. Aaron Jones in the flex. We got Trey Harris, Cam Skattebo, Christian Kirk, and Jalen Knoll, and Jerome Ford. Well, we might need a starter weeks 1 through 4 because Nate might just not let us start Aaron Jones because he thinks he's the worst. Now, this is always an interesting thing in these leagues. There's a huge dichotomy between the Bowers and the McBride teams, and then what everyone else does. They all the other tight ends. Laporta goes round 5. Hawkinson doesn't go until round 8. You've got Andrews, Ingram, and Kelsey in round 9. Njoku, Tyler Warren, Tucker Kraft in round 10. You always feel kind of bad with the elite tight end until the season starts, and then you feel a lot better once the season actually starts and you start scoring points. It's always the way it goes. I mean, would you feel better about this team if we had Tyreek instead of McBride, Nate?
So it'd be Tyreek and who would give me the other tight end pair?
I mean, Njoku, Andrews. Yeah, no. I would say honestly, I would say the 2v2 would be Trey McBride and Trey Harris versus Tyreek Hill and David Njoku.
No, I'd rather Trey McBride.
Yeah. I think that is correct.
All right, let's get Dyami. Right? He's still available.
I mean, he definitely I guess we sort of have a good mix of just absolute chaperones. We've got Jennings and Christian Kirk. Only thing this team is missing is an Adam Thielen. And then we'll figure it out. But gosh, taking Dyami Brown in my first managed league of the year. This is everyone gets $1,000 of fab to spend. No rolling waivers. We should take Jalen Royals for the take a peek. Don't or Brashard Smith or Kareem Hunt or Elijah Mitchell. All right, we're up. There you go, Nate. Dynamic Brown disgusting to take him. You got any lean on a defense? You got a kicker you like?
No, I mean, who's to take a peek? Like, obviously, I would just anything with kicker and defense. I would just look at the first.
Take a peek would be. Let me look. NFL schedule week 1. Take a peek is Cowboys, Eagles, Chiefs, Chargers. Chiefs defense against the Chargers could be a good take a peek. Cowboys kicker already went. Honestly, Chiefs or Chargers kicker or Eagle, any of those kickers seems fine.
I'm really happy with that Brown pick there. I think that he's.
Yeah, you would be happy with that.
I mean, who else on the board at that point is going to give us the volume that he's going to have? Like, he's going to have the opportunity to be the wide receiver too.
You know, you just gotta hope that he is Zay Jones. Remember, Zay Jones was the guy you needed a couple of years ago in Best Ball Mania. I mean, I truly do not think. Yes, this is totally what's going to happen. Dyami Brown is the sacrificial axe. He's never going to get targeted, but he's going to be out there all the time. He's going to be the new Gabe Davis. Yeah. What was Dyami's whopper late in the season? It was good in the playoffs. It was good in the playoffs. Yeah.
It was good in the playoffs. I'm trying to remember.
Oh, damn. This guy at the turn took Brashard Smith. Stay woke. Let's take Chiefs team kicker.
Yeah.
Let's bang. There we go. Take a peek on the kicker. Oh yeah, just great example. I mean, Jauan Jennings did not win you anything in Best Ball Mania 5. Just to be very clear, he scored. He was really bad because the whole 49ers were bad in the playoffs. But you do make a great point, which is that no one knows anything. What Jauan Jennings in the playoffs did week 15 he had 2.5 points. Week 16 he had 6.5 points. He did get to 12 points in week 17 though. Ricky Pearsall would have been a lot better click. But yes, the point that you shouldn't be that fully polar on anything generally is correct. I mean, I do think Dyami is probably a pretty bad pick, but it doesn't. Oh, and Jalen Royals went. That's so annoying, dude. Come on. They're never letting me get my cheap. We're gonna have to take Elijah Mitchell now, just for a little bit of a take a peek, or Kareem Hunt, or I don't know. Let's see. What other take a peek guys could there be? Take a peek guys on the Cowboys, maybe Turpin, Tolbert, Chargers, maybe Kamani Vidal. I don't know.
Go back to the board. Let's see.
I mean, we got lots of time until we pick.
Go to running back.
Running back is we're in the slop territory. Running back now. Kareem Hunt is there. Ollie Gordon, Audric Estime. Well, actually, you know who we should take, and I shouldn't even. Okay, he's gone already. I was gonna say Taj Brooks.
Brooks just went. What about
Taj
Mitchell?
Brooks just went. Someone is hyping the news.
What about Keaton Mitchell?
Keaton Mitchell is still there. Yes, this is a great point. Whatever is most important is using 2020 hindsight to hyper focus on the single thing that fits your agenda. It's true.
Keaton Mitchell just went.
It's true. Honestly, Zach, you kind of think that way, like, oh, you want to take huge swings late, and of course you do. But it's sometimes you just need a guy who's going to be out there.
Legitimate opportunity to be the wide receiver 2 for the Jacksonville Jaguars and get 5 to 6 targets a game. I mean, that's
he's not a good pick, but he's also not like the worst I've ever seen. Yeah. Nate, not a fan of the Aaron Jones pick. Not a fan of the Aaron Jones pick, Nate. He wanted Cam Skattebo, who we ended up getting 2 rounds later. Sometimes I'm down to let Nate and Sammy take who they want, but sometimes I gotta pull the reins in.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that we remember this one so that on week 6 in the season, when we're looking at why is Aaron Jones continuing to lose volume,
Nate, I have a feeling that either way this goes, no one who's ever no one who watches the stream is gonna let us forget one way or the other how that one went.
Yeah, if he turns it around like an aging running back who had 2 years in a row of fantasy point under expectations that were some of the worst in the league, yeah, maybe this will be his year.
Nate, he's just fine. Sometimes you got to take the layups.
Yeah. Sometimes when going down, you got to jump on it.
Right, Skattebo is not going to be a practice squad player, but he is going to be. He could be a fullback. He could definitely be. Nate is a hater. You know, that's kind of. I mean, honestly, that's kind of what we all bring to the Gilcast. We kind of are all our own small particular brands of hating, and that's
yeah.
What
I like Devin Neal. That's the other guy I was hoping for.
Devin Neal is good. I agree. All right. On it, like not joking. I actually think Kareem Hunt is a good pick here. He will either be our cut week 1 or we have like a good. Well, I guess we probably won't get a
go to wide receiver 10.
Wide receiver is just like all slop. Darius Slayton, 80 Mitchell. I don't hate.
I don't hate Coker.
Hunter Henry. Actually, I think Hunter Henry is. We would be happy to pick up Hunter Henry in week 8 or whatever. I think.
I mean, I also still have the light on for Jatavian Sanders.
I got that. I think we take Hunt because he just has to take a peek. Like
go back to. Okay. Man, Kendra Miller.
I don't know.
If Kendra Miller does it, I will never.
I know it's gonna be. I know.
I will never forgive myself.
It's gonna be
Kareem Hunt over Kendra Miller if Kendra Miller does it.
Like, well, actually, wait. No, let's take Jordan James. Jordan James is the version of this guy. Jordan James.
Yeah, we can do that.
Jordan James is at least on a good team. We're happy. We're happy to do that. I think. Cam Skattebo is the Danny Woodhead of Roschon Johnson's. I'm more thinking he is like the Keaton Mitchell of Rex Burkhead's. That's where I'm at on Cam Skattebo. Great point. Kendra will be there for us on week 1 waivers for $1. Yeah. Great way to think about fantasy football. You got to do the live with yourself litmus test. It's true.
You do.
You do. That's so big.
You gotta look in the mirror at the end of the day.
Yeah. I agree. Anytime you see Isaac Urendo going in round 9, your spidey senses should be tingling to take Jordan James. I'm trying to think. Are there any? Is there a? Let me search the Chargers. Oh, you can't search by team. How do I search by team? I guess you can't really. Oh, yeah. This is well. Maybe can I scroll fast enough to get to the Chargers? Any of these Chargers doing anything? Aronde Gadsden? You want to take a peek on Aronde Gadsden? No, I actually think we take Hunter Henry here.
Go back to tight end.
Tight end by ADP. Kate Otten. None of these guys are take a peek guys.
Scroll down. I mean, is Jatavian gone?
Sanders is right there. I would do that.
I prefer Sanders over Henry, I think.
Okay. It's fine by me. Consigliere. Cam Skattebo is the Is he the Charmeleon? He could, if Mike Allstott is the Charizard, I think he's more. I think he might be the Charmander. The next draft I do, I'm taking Skattebo 3 rounds ahead of ADP. I'm gonna take him a couple more times because what I can't live with is I can't live if I do 900,000 best ball drafts and I end up being light on the one guy that Nate was absolutely correct about.
Yeah.
Can you guys give me a week 1 defense? I got no clue. Week 1 NFL schedule. It's 44 days to the start of the NFL season. I'm not there yet. The Jaguars get the Panthers. The Cardinals get the Saints. The Patriots get the Raiders at home. Jaguars. Who plays the Browns? Great. Oh, the Bengals. That's the stoppable force meets the movable object. What's worse, the Browns offense or the Bengals defense? You actually basically in general always want defenses in shootouts because they generate sacks and they generate interceptions and turnovers. I mean, obviously the greatest example of this is the 54-50 Chiefs Rams game. No one ever remembers this. But the Chiefs defense was in the winning showdown lineup, which is isn't that crazy to think about that in that game, 54-50, the Chiefs defense was in the optimal. Oh, Rams at home against the Texans offensive line. I just am looking for 3 sacks and 1 turnover. Why only 1 quarterback? I mean,
we can pick up Bryce Young off the waivers.
Yeah. Purdy's bye week is not until week 14. So we really probably are just assuming Purdy is fine, which I guess, I don't know. Let's look. Do any of these second quarterbacks, Stafford, Young? Not really. It's basically all fine.
Well, I mean, Ward, no. I'm fine with, we'd get Bryce Young off waivers or Ward.
I would take Ward, but I mean, let's just be honest. We would very likely cut him anyway.
All right, let's go back to the okay, we need to do running.
We need a defense still, and then probably, I mean, honestly, we could just take the Chiefs defense and just take a peek if we wanted. Don't know how much we want to be managing these. What did people say? The Cardinals get the Saints week 1. Did they get picked already? Cardinals.
Who do the Packers get?
The Packers, they have a tough game in week 1, I think. The week 1 NFL schedule, if I remember right, the Packers have a tough one. I could be. The Packers play. Yeah, they play the Lions, so we don't want that. The Rams against the Texans at home feels pretty good. I think that is what I want to do.
Dude, just wait till training camp when all the clips of Skattebo start piling in. This team's gonna look so good.
When all the clips of him carrying water to the special teams coordinator,
and he just looks like an absolute monster next to this Tyrone Tracy.
I mean, I got to be honest, Nate, of all the takes you've ever came with, this is the one that has just bewildered me the most. I like truly don't.
He caught passes in college. He did.
Tracy was a wide receiver in college.
Tracy wasn't as good last year as people remember.
I mean, he was
fine. He was fine, but he wasn't as efficient as we expected him to be. Tracy is. I'm not going to say a bust, but I do think running back efficiency early on is like something that we should expect. And Tracy, and again, the Giants are also telling us in adding Skattebo when they did, they're communicating something. They saw Tracy. It's the same thing as sometimes it's like people don't listen to the front office. Like with the Bears
they
adding Burden.
They took him with a 4th round pick.
With the Bears adding Burden, it means something about DJ Moore. With Minnesota adding Mason, it means something about Aaron Jones. Like
I took the Chiefs defense. If they suck, on the Friday, we'll just cut him.
Okay.
It's gonna be a lot of managing these. Love to sign it. All right, Nate, give me your super deepest running back sleeper.
Okay, let's see the board.
I mean, I think
PRQ. Who's available?
I think Ollie Gordon, Elijah Mitchell, Alexander Madison actually is very, very sneaky. LaQuint Allen.
Is Lloyd? No, Lloyd's gonna be gone, right?
Lloyd's gone. Woody Marks.
I'd be fine with Woody Marks. Is Gordon Davis? Gone?
Gordon's there.
Okay, I'm good. Marks or Gordon for me. I probably put Gordon over Marks.
Bang, Ollie Gordon. End our draft with the best running back in college football in 2023. All right, final team. Barkley round 1, McBride round 2, JSN round 3, Tet round 4, James Cook, Jauan Jennings, Chris Godwin. The worst pick in fantasy football history, Vikings starting running back Aaron Jones in round 8, Chargers, Trey Harris in round 9, Nate gets his guy, Cam Skattebo, slot demon Christian Kirk round 11, Brock Purdy, Jerome Ford, Jalen Knoll, Dyami Brown, Chiefs defense, Jordan James, Tavian Sanders. Oh, Chiefs kicker, then Chiefs defense, then Ollie Gordon. It kind of sucks, but it's mostly fine. Like I don't think I'm not gonna like windmill this screenshot and be like, we just won $250,000. It's fine.
It's fine. Kind of sucks, but it's fine.
It will absolutely need one of Tet, Godwin, Trey Harris, or Jalen Knoll to be a real breakout. If none of those guys break out in a meaningful way, it will not have enough wide receiver points, even with a big Barkley season, even if Trey McBride scores 10 touchdowns. It will need one, like it'll need Tet to have like a 30% target share. It'll need Trey Harris to start from week 1. It will need, funnily enough, because we drafted Christian Kirk, but it'll need Christian Kirk to get hurt and for Jalen Knoll to be like a real target share guy to make any noise.
I mean, Barkley and McBride are going to do it. So that's like I'm fine. And then I think the question is Godwin's injury real, or is this just like a vet not gonna get work and get some time off? Like if week 1 definitely he's still lingering, then I think we're not happy. But if week 1 I think that Godwin pick could be huge.
Well, yeah. I mean, if Godwin shows up and runs 87% of the routes out of the slot in week 1, it's fine. Sammy just texted us in our group chat and said, just checked on the team. It's ass. Love to see it. All right. Tom is in this draft, wants thoughts on his team in team 6. He did Lamb, Henry, Daniels, Kittle. Damn, I was about to say I'm worried about your wide receivers, but then you went Hunter, Olave. It's really good. Pollard, Mooney,
Brian Robinson. Oh, dang, this is a good team.
Yeah, Tootin, Bateman. I probably Blue, Besh, Lawrence, Ertz, Chargers, Ravens, A.D. Mitchell, Tesla, Elijah Mitchell. Got to take a peek. That's a good team, brother. That's a really good team.
That's a good team.
Yeah. Pollard, I think, is just such a perfect fit for what you're doing. I just like a minor critique. I would have said, like, what do Mooney and Bateman do here? You kind of, again, I know this doesn't always make sense, but a lot of the times people think, oh, I'm behind and I need some floor. I need Christian Kirk, right? That's what we did. But when you're behind, you actually want to embrace variance even more. It doesn't make intuitive sense. A lot of the times the thought is, oh, I need Adam Thielen, I need Darnell Mooney, but like honestly, even Christian Kirk was not that good of a pick for us. We maybe would have been better off with like Kyle Williams, just because we are certainly behind. There. Let's see. Colin was what? He was the Genty A-Chain team up here in the corner, team 11. Genty, A-Chain, Lamar, Then he rips off consecutively Evans, Flowers, Addison, Reed. Like that. He took Tracy, so he's in a blood feud with Nate. Luther Burden, smash. Tucker Craft, smash. Mims, love it. Dowdle, whatever. Wandale, whatever. Eckler, Goddard, Eagles, Giddens, Lions, Gadsden, Naylor. Trying to decide what I think of that Tracy pick. What do you think of taking Tracy there as the running back 3 with Genty and A-Chain?
I mean, I'm fine with Tracy there. I just think like Tracy overall as a rookie was not efficient. Like he was league average or worse in most efficiency metrics. And so he's going to need to get there on volume. And so if he doesn't, you're kind of hurting there. So
yeah, I just like, I guess one of the things you like about it is he could just be like a real breakout. But I think I agree with this. I think I would have just taken Higgins over Tracy.
Yes, I would have taken Higgins over Tracy. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was a great time, boys. I mean, we drafted team Chris out of team 7. Puka Bowers Brees. I mean, you just already smash. JMO, Devonta, Harvey, Golden, Pittman, Ayuk, Samson, Goff with Williams, Love. Probably wouldn't have taken Love there. I probably would have taken another wide receiver. Yeah, you don't need 2 there. Bigsby, Sanders, Shipley, Brooks, Io Manor, Manungai, Rams, Dolphins. It's a good team. It's a good team. Honestly, our team, after looking at the other teams, I feel worse about our team. After looking at the teams that the other boys drafted, I feel worse. Michael,
I mean, the biggest thing I think I feel bad about, other than, I mean, obviously the Aaron Jones thing is funny, but
no, the
I actually do think the CD. I think I should have gone CD over Barkley. I think that
just where this team is so much better. The way this draft board worked out, we could have started CD Lamb or Justin Jefferson and Jonathan Taylor, and that is just a way. But it's just inarguable. It's inarguable. That's a better start than what we did. So that is a lesson for us. Yeah, Michael in team 10, CMC, Nico, Reek, Kamara. I wouldn't have taken Hubbard where you did this. I would not have taken Hubbard here. Diggs, Igbuka, Baker with Igbuka, Ingram, Benson, Shaheed, Tillman, Broncos, Roshan, Lloyd, Steelers, Tua, Henry, Herbert, Wilson. I mean, honestly, you might think Tua week 1.
CMC and Reek both coming back. I don't know.
It's fine.
Taking early picks on aging guys like that is always tough.
Yeah. All right, boys. I will be back tomorrow. I've got a video coming out. So I think that premieres at 5 p.m. 6 p.m. Eastern time. I'm streaming with Liam tomorrow. I'm streaming over on the Endgame Syndicate channel. Levitan is coming on the channel on Thursday, and then I'm drafting a big dog Friday afternoon with Justin Herzig. I believe, Josh, the plan is to try and stream an NFC team at this time every week for basically until the season starts. And I think we'll probably do when we switch to prime times a little bit close. So that's the $2,000 entry fee one. We'll probably go to 7 p.m. Eastern or 8 p.m. Eastern. But basically Tuesdays right now is going to be the plan for high stakes drafts on the channel. So if you guys are wanting to hop in to the NFC, go on over there. I posted links everywhere for you to go and sign up, and we'll be back with all of you guys next week. So make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel for daily fantasy football videos, and